At some point, I believe you have felt unappreciated, ignored, and taken for granted in a relationship. This is one of the most common interpersonal issues most people experience. So, what would make a person take another for granted? First, you believe that your self-worth comes from giving. Are you a person that craves for attention, recognition, and praise from others? Do you feel worthless, ignored, and taken for granted when people don't recognize or praise you? Growing up, we have always been taught the false belief that our self-worth comes from giving to others. To believe that one's measure of self-worth is directly proportionate to how much you self-sacrifice. This false belief, unfortunately, can make one develop an extremely fragile self-esteem, stress, and burnout. One may also feel the need of manipulating other people to feel better about oneself. Here's the thing. You can only be taken for granted if you believe your worth comes from others. Realize you don't need to do anything to be lovable. You do not need to audition for love. You are already lovable and worthy just the way you are. Practice self-love and self-compassion. These will lead to self-fullness. Second, poor boundaries. It is important to maintain your own individuality in any relationship. Do not enmesh with the other person in that when the partner is distant or the relationship ends, you feel like you have lost a whole part of yourself. Having poor boundaries means it's hard for you to say no, even to trivial things that mean something to you. Do you know why it's tough to say no? Because you do not want to hurt the other party. What we do not understand is, by doing this, we let people take us for granted. We self-betray, and we lose ourselves in the process. Find a way to say no as many times as you need to. It's called self-fullness. Learn to value and love yourself, and learn how to best take care of yourself. And if it means letting people go, then so be it. Your mental health matters more. Third, you assume that others will automatically know your needs, and you haven't clearly expressed your needs to them. In relationships, we tend to often make the mistake of believing that other people can read our minds. It is important to note that assuming doesn't really help, and if you're feeling taken for granted, you might benefit from clearly expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs. Voicing your needs, your boundaries, disappointments, and expectations actually help you determine the people in your life that are healthy company versus unhealthy company. The former respects and honors what you need, the latter does not. Fourth, you attract the love you think you deserve. When you feel unworthy of genuine love deep down, you feel attracted or get attracted to people who mistreat you because they support your unconscious belief of you are not good enough. You may on the conscious level feel that you're being mistreated, but on the unconscious level feel that you deserve to be taken for granted because you're not worthy. This then builds a cycle of constantly attracting people who constantly take you for granted in your life. And learn the damaging beliefs. Seek professional help. Healing is within reach. Fifth, you have low expectations. Once in a while, people don't meet our expectations. This may sometimes make one stop having expectations or expect little to nothing from other people. For you, by the fact the people in your life are with you, that is enough. Expecting less from people makes it easy for other people to harm you and take you for granted. Sixth, you're guided by fear. We all have invested in relationships that have failed and disappointed us. Some people, however, invest a lot in the relationships that they're simply afraid of it ending or losing the other person. You're too much into the person that you think that life will be incomplete without the other person. So you just stay regardless of how you are treated. Or you feel you have invested too much in the relationship to let it go. This is called justification of effort. It's never worth it. Know when to walk away. 7. Love addiction and the need to have someone in your life for convenience or so as not to feel lonely. For you, of importance is the fact that you have someone in your life and you're not alone. You're dependent on others for your happiness. You cannot make decisions for yourself, and someone else needs to be there to act as the support system. For them, they are always a priority, and they may take you for granted. 8. You are too available. You're busy, but still you take out some good time for them anytime they need you to avail yourself. Sometimes when people feel you prioritize them too much, or you are too available and that you are always a call away and got nothing else to do when they call, they might end up taking you for granted. Always learn to choose yourself and put yourself first before anyone else. That way, you thrive both individually and in your relationships, and you won't have the need to always feel resentful about other people taking you for granted. Realize your self-worth in relationships. Be in a relationship that grows you and helps you to be a better version of yourself. Don't let anyone take you for granted. Join me in the next video as I talk about what to do when you feel that you are always being taken for granted.